Welcome to Ascending with Venus Castleberg, a space where we explore the journey of spiritual awakening, expanding your consciousness and raising your frequency to create a whole new world. We'll dive into the possibilities that open up when you choose to follow the whispers and trust your inner knowing. Each episode is designed to guide you in expanding your awareness, tuning into your intuition, and discovering the magic of your life every day. We'll talk about living aligned with your soul's purpose, going beyond limitations, and creating a life and a world worth celebrating. You are here to embrace who you truly are and step into the infinite potential that's waiting for you. Let's ascend together. And now, here is your host, Venus Castleberg.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy Tuesday, all y'all. We just recently moved it to Tuesdays just for travel purposes. Almost always traveling on a Monday. So happy to have you here with me and grateful for each and every one of you watching now and in the future. So today wanted to talk a little bit about beyond limits, but wanted to start, hi Kimberly, welcome. Wanted to start with you're only as limited as you believe you are. So think about that for a minute. You're only as limited as you believe you are. So it is actually our beliefs that create our reality. So if your belief is like, I'm bad at something, then you're going to keep creating that belief because you keep telling yourself the same thing over and over again, right? If you want to get good at something or better at something, start talking about all the times that you succeeded at it or what you can be grateful for it about, right? But it's like, what's possible for each and every one of us is unlimited, limitless. How much power you want to have, how much money you want to have, how many nurturing, empowering relationships you want to have. It's all based on a choice you made and a belief that you have. So if you're having trouble, like say connecting to somebody who's important in your life or a family member in your life, right? There's some sort of belief that you created that then has you keep creating this reality. So change your belief, change your thoughts, you change your reality. Like, you truly are more magical and powerful than you've ever given yourself credit for. All of us are. We all have abilities and powers and capabilities and gifts and all of the things, right? Capacities, if you want to call them superpowers. But somewhere along the line, we started to buy, and I'm saying we because I did it too. We started to buy that we are finite. We started to buy that we are limited, that there's only a limited amount of everything in the world. But really think about that. Is the universe infinite or is the universe finite? Are you finite or are you infinite? Because you're part of the universe, right? So all the places where you keep buying that you're pathetic, a victim, can't do something, not able to be as good as you want to be, right? Like all of these negative beliefs and stories that we keep telling ourselves over and over and over again keeps creating our reality, keeps creating the life that we're living. So if you want to live a different life, if you want to have a different life experience, then you have to start telling yourself something different, right? Anywhere where you keep buying that you're a victim or you're at the effect of life instead of you are the creator of your life and living, would you let that go? Throw that in the violet flame, right? Again, these thoughts I've heard before. I've heard people say, mind is a terrible thing, waste it. Now, don't get me wrong, everything has a place. But the thoughts that you're telling yourself over and over and over again are probably not creating what you really want in the world, that you really are truly asking for. Because they're probably telling you that you can't have it, or, 2, you don't deserve it, or 3, what are you going to do with it? Maybe you think that, if you became really wealthy, you would be not a nice person. I think I mentioned this before, but I'll share it again. One of my grandmothers was truly an angel she was truly an angel on earth. And I had another grandmother, though, that was not. And my other grandmother had a lot of money. And for a long time, I made it mean that if I was to have a lot of money or be really wealthy, I would turn into her. Who I become is only amplified by who I already am. So for those of you who want to maybe have some wealth or money in your lives, awesome. Who you are now will only be amplified by a lot of money. So yeah, if you're a jerk now, you'll be a bigger jerk. But if you realize that you're actually kind and you actually care about people, and you'll just be more kind and caring. But for a long time, I really, I was afraid I was going to turn into my very not nice grandmother. Because that was the reference I had. But then that was the belief that I kept telling myself. And so then what would I always do? I would destroy my finances or create a problem so that I would always keep myself small. Sorry, I have a hair in my face. Or I would, start to I'd have some money and then I'd spend it all because I just didn't want to be wealthy. I didn't want to have a lot of money because I thought I wouldn't be a nice person. So I just keep creating problems so that I could just play small, so that I never had to become my not so nice grandmother. So what are you telling yourself? This is the power of you discovering how powerful you truly are, which is today's episode, really comes from realizing just how you can change anything in your life. You could change anything. Something's not working in your life, make a different choice. You can choose something different. But you often have to change the thought process that you're telling yourself. You don't deserve it, or you can't have it all. Hi, Christina, welcome. It's not possible for you. Well, that's a common one. It's possible for everybody else, but it's not possible for you, right? That's not true. That's just what you're telling yourself up here. So how do you change that? Somebody might be asking cool, I have to change my thoughts. How do I change my thoughts? Well, there's lots of tools out there. You could definitely use some tools. The Access Conscious bars is a great way to like empty the brain. You can, like I always talk about, you can pocket pot it, you can throw it in the fire, right? You also can just stop. I know it sounds like crazy. But it's literally like a thought comes up and it's not an empowering thought, or it's not a thought or a belief that you want to have anymore. You can see it, observe it, or you could just stop it. Just be like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. So, story long time ago. So in Access Consciousness, there's these things called distractor implants. And distractor implants basically take you out of the present moment. So you are, you can be, if you're being jealous over something, then that jealousy is taking you out of enjoying the moment, right? Or you can have guilt. Guilt is a past feeling, right? And it takes you out of the present moment. There's a whole bunch of them: anger, shame, regret, fear, doubt, money, business. I don't know if money's in there, but I know business is. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of them. You can look it up. There's a great book out there called The Distractor Implants. But anyway, suffice it to say, distractor implant takes you out of the present moment. So when back in the day when I was like practicing working with distractor implants and saw what was going on, I have a very attractive girlfriend who, when we go out, gets more of the attention than I ever did. Whatever. It was like, this is back in the day when I actually used to go out. But when I realized, okay, so then I noticed that jealousy started to come up. So like if people were paying attention to her and they weren't paying attention to me, then I was being jealous, right? But I could feel this like interesting energy coming up, like maybe anxiety, but like this, I could always tell when that energy that was disempowering, or that belief of jealousy or envy or whatever was coming up for me, I would feel it in my body. And so what I did is every time I started to have that feeling, I would say, stop. No, I'm not going to follow that rabbit down the rabbit hole. So basically, every thought that you have the choice of whether you are going to give it energy, you're going to give it power, or you're going to change your thought. You're going to choose a different vibration, a different frequency, right? So, but you can vibrate at that lower jealousy, envy frequency. That's fine. You're not wrong if you do, but then that energy, that belief, keeps you stuck in that energy, right? So then now you're following this rabbit down the rabbit hole. It often feeds on itself, right? So you're jealous, you're envious, then become more jealous and more envious and blah blah blah, right? So when I was working on this, and like, God, this must be 7 years ago or something like that. Hi Astra, welcome. I was like, okay, that energy is not okay. So every time I would feel it in my body, I would just stop and I would use the clearing statement from Access Consciousness. You can even find out more about that at theclearingstatement.com. Or I would just stop the thought and be like, no. And that was something that I did for a while, just working through this. I was like, no, I am not going to buy that as real and true. So whether you choose to, like, everything is a choice. Like, you have something that happens in your life, and whether you see it as something's bad and wrong or something's good, right? Those are choices of how you view them, right? Is a glass half full or is a glass half empty? That's however you view it is up to you. It's the same amount of water as in the glass. It's your point of view that creates whether it's now half full or half empty. But that, as simple as that metaphor sounds, that really is how easy it is to change what your viewpoint is, right? So I can look back at a specific time when this like jealousy was coming up, and I stopped it and I like let it go. I just chose to let it go. Like you can just choose to let stuff go and not let it bother you and not let it fester and not let it follow it, right? But like I had that energy come up and I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy that. Now looking back, I can actually look at like, oh, there was actually a guy paying attention to her that I didn't want paying attention to me. So it was working out in my favor. But again, in the moment, I can be like jealous or like, wow, like he's really paying a lot of attention to her. Or I can go, well, I'm glad he's paying attention to her because then he's not paying attention to me. And I say this like as a simple story, but this is true of anything. Like you can look at like your capacities, your spiritual capacities. What are you able to do? And you can judge them. You can be in that sort of distractor implant energy, or you can be grateful for the way they're showing up for you right now and ask a question like, how does it get even better? Perception of the filter you're currently using. Yes, absolutely. That's true. So, but it's just like all of us, even me still, are walking around in the world with a filter over our face. And that filter is how, mind you of something, alien? That filter is how we're like looking at the world, right? So we have these ideas about how things should be or what we want them to be, and then we're like looking at them through those rose-colored glasses or dark-colored glasses. Like there are people that see everything as positive. That's a choice, right? And then some people see everything as negative. That's also a choice. Did you know you could actually choose in any given moment, right? I'm asking, I do say, hi, Bob, welcome. By allowing it to fester, removes the energy from your true thoughts and manifestation. To fester, remove. Yes, cool. I think I get that. Awesome. Hi, Joseph. Yeah, so like that, but that, like we are that powerful, right? And there was this great training, transformational work I did way back in the day. This was my early days. I'd say 20 years ago, Landmark Education. And they were the one that I learned about like the filter. We're all like, we all have a point of view about how the world should be or what we want it to be or whatever. And we're all looking at it through this filter. It's really that easy to just take the filter off. Like just take the mask off, take the filter off, take the glasses off, like, right? And see what's actually true in front of you. The universe is conspiring for you, never against you. And I know that probably triggers somebody out there or multiple people out there. But again, that's how you view it. It's like you can look at what happened in your life as a gift, as something that worked out for you, or you can look at it like it was always against you. But that's the choice. But you can also be like, okay, I have these gifts and capacities. I'd like them to get even better. Be grateful for what you have. You want your money flows to grow? Be grateful for what you have. Every penny. I still stop and pick up change that I see on the ground. Does it, like, can I buy much with pennies or dimes? No. But I'm super grateful that the universe gives me money. Just, to me, that's free money. And I'm always grateful for it. Right? But that's just a choice that I make. Or I could look at it and judge it and be like, that's not going to buy me anything and it's not right. But I get a lot of joy of like picking up the money that I find on the ground. And I'm like, thank you, universe. Just a choice. So where in your life are you judging some part of yourself or some part of your spiritual capacities or like your power? Like there's some sort of judgment on it instead of, can you be grateful? And then that gratitude will continue to grow. It is by far, and I know I've shared it before, but I will share it again and again because for me, it by far has been the greatest tool I have ever found. There's many of you have heard of it, like there is A Course in Miracles, right? Like A Course in Miracles really is about letting go of judgment. It's letting go of judgment of yourself, letting go of judgment of others, because we are all one, we are all source, we are all connected. So, but the judgment is what causes the separation. The judgment is what causes us to forget who we are. The judgment causes us to forget how powerful we are. The judgment causes us to dim our light because we don't want to shine too bright, or we might outshine others or hurt others, or others might be jealous or envious, or they might not like us, right? It took me a long time to like put ads on Facebook. Just inviting people to the free Facebook group, right? That's all I'm doing, but I'm running ads so that we can get people that don't know about us and to find us. But it took me a long time to run those ads. And you know why? Because I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be judged for being a psychic medium. I didn't want to be judged for being woo-woo and weird. I didn't want to be judged for standing out and being different. Right? And now it's fun because I still get people, not as much, but in the early days when I first posted this, I definitely got a lot of people telling me I was going to hell. I was evil, that, I wasn't going to be saved, which is all still very funny to me. But for a long time, I was afraid of those things, right? I was afraid of people judging me. But that was my point of view. And because I was afraid of people judging me, guess what I got? People judging me. Now that I'm not concerned about what people think about what I do for work, or, that I believe that Jesus is my co-pilot, none of that matters to me. Like, I don't really care what people think. It's my life. And now I get it less and less. Like, I don't get people really, digging on me that much. Every once in a while, I'll still get somebody who, thinks I'm Satan incarnate, which I think is funny. Astra says, I perceive the problems as a test for which one will repeat endlessly, not in failure, but recognition of such testing, or we might be wrong. Huh, cool. That's great. Yeah. And just like, I think it's just really important to realize, and you might get some of this today, you might have heard some of it today, and you might need to listen to this again and again and again, because you are not as messed up as you think you are. You are not wrong. And 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 if you're choosing judgment, that's okay. You're still not wrong. It's still just a choice. But there's another choice that helps you remember that you're not separate, that we're not separate, that reminds us that we're all one. And yeah, we can be unique. And I was teaching a class the other day, and I had this idea of like, think of it this way. What is snow made out of? Anybody know? You can comment if you know. Anybody know what snow is made out of? I'm thinking somebody knows. So snow comes from water, right? So snow comes from water, but guess what? Well, ice, yeah. But snow is frozen water. Right, cool. Thank you, everyone. So the snowflakes, is there ever a snowflake that is the same? The answer is no. Snowflakes are never the same. They're all unique, but they all come from water. So you are a snowflake, and you have come from the universal source that in this metaphor is water. You can still be unique. You can still bring your unique gifts, your unique capacities, your unique way of being in the world, but still be part of the whole, part of everything, because everything is, in this metaphor, water. Cool. So you're not separate from me. I'm not separate from you, but we just have this signature that we bring to the world. And then when we melt, when the snow melts, we all just become water in this collective pool again. I hope this metaphor is making sense, but it's just a way that I've really been able to see how we can all be unique and still bring our uniqueness to the world, but be part of the whole, be part of the same, right? Just like a body, right? All the cells in the body are very unique and they all have their own jobs. And then the body is a whole. So source, God, universe is a whole body, and we are all just little cells. So you still can be that unique cell or that unique person or that bring that unique thing, but at the same time, we're all collectively working together. So the more that we can be grateful and not judge ourselves, our bodies, each other, the more that we will be in oneness and connected to source. It's just harder to recognize our own gifts and capacities and superpowers when we're in judgment of ourselves. It just is. I also recommend, I know this is also going to ruffle some feathers, but that maybe you be careful and be aware of who you surround yourself with. Because if you're around a bunch of people who judge you, that's not really a kindness to you. So would you be willing to surround yourself with people that empower you and uplift you and are grateful for you? And if you want your relationships to grow, find a way to be grateful for them. Because when you judge them, judgment always kills. Gratitude always grows. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Astra. I'm so glad you got something out of that metaphor. I think it's a beautiful metaphor because I personally really like snow. And snowflakes. And so, yeah, thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. I'm super grateful for you. We will do a guided visualization, but we're going to just take a quick break and we'll be back in just a minute. See you on the other side.
Times TV. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Om Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Om Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Om Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Om Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Om Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Om Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome forward, everyone. Thank you for this. Thank you, Astra. It was great. Yep, 'tis the season. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and dive into a little bit of a guided visualization. Maybe just to tap into a little bit more of that being limitless instead of limited. So we'll find a comfortable seat. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. Yeah, if you're driving, come back to this and listen another time. But we'll relax. Just relax the body. Feel yourself relax. Breathe in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale out. And relax. Relax from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Relax from the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Feel your shoulders come down your back. Open your heart. Bring your shoulder blades together. And just imagine this beautiful, warm, golden light pouring down from the heavens and pouring over the crown of your head, down over your neck, over your shoulders, covering your arms, That golden light covering your chest, your upper back, covering your lower back and your belly. Golden light just pouring over you, covering now your hips and your waist. And your glutes. And that golden light washing over your thighs, your hamstrings, your knees, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just feel yourself bathed in this golden light from the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers and toes. And allow yourself to just relax. Breathe in, exhale out, and relax. Breathe in, exhale out, and relax. And as you just feel the nurturing, warm, comforting energy surround you, let's lower our walls and barriers, even the ones we don't know about. Deeper, deeper, deeper. And as you lower your walls even more, allow yourself to just become aware of what is around you. Maybe you perceive some spirit guides or ancestors. Maybe you just perceive an energy, an awareness. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. And expand your awareness out. As far as you'd like to. And just become aware of how limitless you are. There is no end to you, is there? You, the being, stretch out and include the whole universe. And maybe you were able to lower those walls and barriers with ease and expand out. Wonderful. But some of you are still keeping yourself contained. You're like you're in a glass jar, in a glass bubble. Breathe in. Exhale out. And I want to invite you, it's just a choice, but I want to invite you to break yourself free today. Take a rock, a stone, a brick, or a hammer, and just allow yourself to break out from whatever bubble or container you keep yourself in, to keep yourself finite and limited and small and pathetic and a victim. And break yourself free. Let yourself be free to be you, to be unlimited, to be brilliant, to be talented, to shine so bright that you give other people permission to do the same. What would this world be like if we were willing to be the bright, brilliant, sparkly snowflake that each of us is? Have you ever seen dry snow? Dry snow is so beautiful because you see each snowflake and they sparkle. In yoga, we have a term, it's called tejas. It means divine luster. Would you be willing to let your divine luster shine? Breathe in, exhale out. Maybe you've been walking around in the world like a burnt out light bulb, keeping yourself dim or dark. And I'm going to invite you today to plug in to Source, plug into the universe, plug into the collective, the oneness, and lower those walls and barriers even more. Connect with the earth. And as you plug into this limitless energy, the infinite universe. You become your own star. And that light bulb becomes so bright that it lights the darkness for those that are still stuck in darkness. Be the lamp that guides them out of the cave, out of the darkness, out of the struggles and the strife and the victims. Breathe in, exhale. As you plug into the universe, as you connect with this infinite source energy, not only do you perceive how bright you truly are, allow that energy to pour through every fiber and every cell of your being, of your body, being, soul. Let yourself be filled up with this energy. Be energized. Become excited and enthusiastic about life again. Let yourself live life and enjoy it. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy being you. Enjoy finding money. What if you could even enjoy your challenges and be thankful for them, for they are causing you to grow. They are challenging your thought process. They are showing you where you still believe something that is so untrue about you. Breathe in, exhale out. Allow others to see your brilliance, not just you. Share it with the world. Breathe in, exhale out. Or don't. The choice is totally up to you. You don't have to share your brilliance with the world, but you can. And I would say when I started to, I'm not even going to say that I've arrived, but when I started to share my gifts, my capacities, my superpowers, my light, my brilliance, my talents with the world, when I started to, I became so much more fulfilled and happy because I got to be me no matter who I was around. Breathe in, exhale out. Allow yourself to at least be refueled, recharged. In this energy, this source energy that courses through you and lights up every cell in your body. Breathe in, exhale out. in. Exhale. And relax into this beautiful, infinite, limitless energy. The divine luster that lives inside of you. And let it sparkle and shine and twinkle like the stars. Breathe in, exhale. Are you willing to share yourself with the world? Even if the world judges you, maybe they will judge you, or maybe they will choose something different because you are choosing something different. I choose to be grateful for all my relationships and everything that they show me and teach me and help me learn. Breathe in and exhale. It truly is just a choice on whether you allow the relationships in your life to find gratitude for them and allow them to contribute to you, or to judge them and slowly see them evaporate into the sky. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Just allow yourself to be in that energy with yourself, with us, those of us who are doing it with you, with Source, with the universe, and enjoy it. If you want to stay hidden, enjoy it. Don't judge it as right or wrong, good or bad. Just enjoy where you are. And then ponder or ask a question. What else is possible? How does it get even better than this? Breathe in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale out. Allowing yourself to remember everything. Remember that energy. Remember that feeling of being plugged in to Source, to the universe. And maybe even for a fraction of a second, what it felt like to be without judgment, to be in gratitude, to feel the difference Breathe in, exhale. And slowly wiggling your hands, fingers, and your toes. Stretch. And slowly bringing yourself to the here and now, remembering everything. Thank you, everyone. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you, Carol. That's wonderful. And yes, Kimberly, that's a choice too. Grateful for each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you again next week. For those of you who are in the US and celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.